Hey everyone. So today we're going to be talking about one of the most common and also one of the most basic automations out there, and also definitely one of the highest requested, which is just the basic welcome email. There's a lot of different email marketing platforms out there that you can use in order to create a marketing email. For the most part at Chatham Oaks, we use MailChimp, Klaviyo, as well as ActiveCampaign. But again, if you have Drip, Constant Contact, or any of the other ones, or even some of the not specialized email platforms like Wix or Squarespace that you have your website on, but you're also sending emails off of it, a lot of them are going to offer very similar basic automations. And typically, those two common automations that exist on almost every platform are the abandoned cart, which you can see right here, and then the welcome email, which you can see right here. And of course, on MailChimp has this amazing tool called Customer Journeys, and it's going to allow you to create some pretty complex automations in order to greet your customers. And of course, you can use some of their pre-built journeys. There's a lot of different integrations that they offer, a lot with Zapier, as well as some external tools like LinkedIn, Facebook, Stripe, and Square, Slack, Calendly, and the like. But what we're going to do today is we're going to go through how to build a welcome email from scratch. And the reason that we're going to do this is because with every successful welcome email, there's a lot of pieces that go into building them from the ground up. So typically when I start a welcome email, and we're going to go ahead and build from scratch here, and I'm going to name this, let's just say, welcome email. Perfect. Awesome. So every single automation starts with the starting point, right? And this starting point is going to allow you to discern what is going to be the thing that adds contacts to this customer journey. For the most part, for most of you, it's going to be signs up for the email, right? Signs up right here. You can also get it. It's one of their popular tabs, but this is anyone that signs on to your email from any particular landing page, right? Doesn't have to be MailChimp. It could be Squarespace, Wix, WordPress, etc. Right here, that starting point is going to encompass everyone. You could also add imported contacts, and I would suggest you clicking this as well if you're looking to send this to every single one of your contacts. So that's going to be our starting point. After we get that done, we have a few options, right? And in order to send a successful welcome email, what we want to do is we want to do three things. We want to send an email that is going to test out a particular piece of information for us so that we can learn more about our audience. B, you want to figure out a way, either using the welcome email or also using things within your website or external tools in order to segment your list even more. And C, we want to get them to a call to action that makes the most sense, whether that be purchasing a product or purchasing a service. So what I'm going to do, and I would suggest you do the same, when it says add a journey point, right? And if we're just sending a basic welcome email, what I would suggest is hitting this, and if you have access to it, go to percentage split. So percentage split is going to allow you to do what is known as an A/B test. And we've talked about an A/B test within our dynamic content marketing blog or resource, where we talk a little bit more about why it's important to segment and the benefits of merge tags and dynamic content. But really, to just simplify it, by running an A/B test, you're able to test the most important thing, which is the subject line. The subject line is going to be the thing that decides or that allows people to decide whether or not to open your email. And more importantly, if, say, for instance, you found a subject line that works, maybe you just want to test the copy or the images or the call to action within the email. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add to this journey point. You're going to want to go to send email. And within the send email, you want to make sure that you're not in the legacy builder. You want to be in the new builder. It's a little bit better. a little bit easier to use. You can absolutely select a template here in order to figure out what you want to do. And I would recommend selecting a template that looks somewhat like either this one or anything that has this information up top with a quick call to action, right? This is another good one because your welcome email should be simple. It shouldn't really have a whole lot of text in it. It should get down to the nuts and bolts of what you offer, your value proposition, and get them to a different place. If they're signing up to your email to receive the newsletter, that's cool. That's always good to have people staying top of mind. But really what you want to do is you want to make sure that you can provide value right out the gate. Most likely people are not going to, if they're signing up for your newsletter, they may not be ready to buy one of your products or one of your services. So you want to stay top of mind by getting them on your email list, because then the ball is in your court. You're able to send to them. But you don't want to oversend. And it's also important that you give them value right out the rip. And the easiest way to give them value is by putting some type of information right up top and then throwing a quick call to action. So what we're going to do is we're going to use one of these basic emails. And let's just use this survey one. Actually, let's see if here, this is a little bit better, this educate one. And within this, what we're going to want to do, see, this is too much. We don't want one idea at a time, one last thing. This is too much. We want to get rid of some of these images, get rid of those, get rid of this, get rid of this. One last thing, boom. So now we have your logo. Welcome to blank, blank, blank. A quick overview of the value proposition with some type of thing that they can either download or get started with, whether it be a survey, quiz, something that's going to actually pique their interest. Maybe a downloadable resource. Maybe it's something that they can read that's going to help them out for a particular part of your industry. Maybe they have to take a test in your industry or whatever it may be. You just want to give them that call to action right away. And then the next easiest part is to just make sure to start adding some of that stuff. You can also add your brand into MailChimp pretty easily. Right over here, you can actually go over to styles and start changing some of these larger ones. You can drop your background image right in there. And then they also give you this ability to optimize. I rarely use this. But yeah, you just want to change. This is going to change all of this type of stuff. So as you can see, if we wanted to change like a button, desktop, buttons, black button color, I can change that right away. So use that in order to change all your styles. I'm going to save and return to Journey. Again, we are really not designers over here. We just focus on data-driven best practices. And what you're going to want to do is use this email, copy it, paste over here. And then the final thing you want to do is jump in here and then change your to and from, your subject line, and your schedule. This is another opportunity for you to test different stuff. Maybe you want to test this one on Monday, Wednesday, Friday sends, and maybe the other one on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Maybe you want to check and send this one between like the morning and the afternoon for the other one. It's just going to give you an opportunity to figure out a little bit more information than you had known in the first place. And then once that's all set, and once you curate both of these emails to really fit what you're looking to do, make sure to rename these emails. I would just do like the title of your email 2. And then the other one would be title of your email 1. Whatever it might be right there. And then the final thing you want to do is this. Whatever information you learn within this particular step, you want to make sure you denote it within your platform. And you want to slide down to either tag or even group, and you want to update that particular contact by adding some type of discerning tag or even funneling them into a group. And in some cases, even updating their contact information. because that's going to allow you to start building customer personas, which is another thing that we talk about within one of our resources that you can learn a little bit more about. But as soon as that's done, you add your tags. You can allow your contact to either exit, or maybe you want to send them to another group because you want to create a series. So if you send them an email, maybe you want to add them to a different category within a group, and then you use that trigger as a way of continuing that series. That's something we'll go over in a different video, but that right there is how to send the most basic of welcome emails. Make sure that you're A/B testing to test out and find out a little bit new information. Make sure you're providing value up front and getting people the information they need in order to start interacting with your company. Good luck, and we'll talk to you soon.